The next race to look at on that day too, of course, Queen Mother Champion Chase. Now this is really the peak of the 2 mile chasers. We all know Sprinter Sacra, the big beauty behind me, Sprinter Sacra, but obviously pulled up last time with a bit of a heart problem. Irregular heartbeat, yeah. And Cider Grugy, don't want to say picked up the pieces, because he was always a horse that was going to contend and make a battle of it. Is there any, will these two battle it out, or if Sprinter Sacra turns up, is it a walk in the park, Sandy?
I think we have to go back to the run at Kempton, where the irregular heartbeat was obviously first found out about. It's been compared to the same sort of thing that Denman had, big horses that that have a lot of strain on their heart. I don't know what it was that day, and I know it's easy to say with hindsight, but I just saw him going into post, and I just had a feeling something's not right with this horse today. I just got that impression. I was sitting next to my dad in my study, and I said, I don't think Sprinter Sacra is going to win today. And to say that in the form that he's been in, it's a bit, I don't know what it was. It was just something. I just felt that he didn't quietly go down to post as sweetly as he sometimes does. Cider Grugy obviously won the race. There'd be a point about Cider Grugy that would slightly worry me, and that is his Cheltenham form. The two times that he has been there over fences, he has been beaten.
Because I mean, what you thought they might have done in terms of the Cheltenham form would have been to delay it to Aintree, wouldn't it? You would have thought it'd go to Aintree.
They have to go for the big prize, though. Yeah, they have to go.
And hats off to them for doing it, taking them on.
He got beaten by Captain Conan as a novice. Obviously, Kid Cassidy, he was given weight away to Kid Cassidy this year, who went past him. Should
be an intriguing battle, that Sprinter Sacra versus Cider Grugy, but as you heard the cries from the panel, there are other things to back, are there?
There are. Would you like to start, Sam?
Oh yeah, they are. They are.
We are here.
He knows about them. The bloke in the pink shirt.
He had a little look at me, say like, I want to have a little chat about
that. No, I was going to say, if the Sprinter Sacra, we all know, turns up, yeah, he'll win. But I think, there's a big doubt whether he'll even go there. Right. There's no denying Cider Grugy is a top-class animal, but you can't get away from his Cheltenham form. He comes there at the last, he's got everything, and then he just doesn't find anything up the hill. It's a long run from that last to the wing line.
Do you think they'll ride him differently because of this? Do you think they leave it as late as possible? Because obviously at Kempton, he went home quite early.
No, I'm not being funny, gents.
Let's find some value.
But hold on, right? I've said it. Is there anything else in the race apart from this 2-horse one? You started blurting on again, and I want to know who are the horses outside the top 2 that our viewers at home have got to be backing anti-post?
Captain Conan.
Captain Conan.
Look, he beat Cider Grugy as a novice at Cheltenham. Like I said, Cider Grugy was there, and Captain Conan went up the hill and galloped on. He's had a couple of attempts over 2.5, this horse, and he just hasn't looked as good. So I think a really strong run 2 mile race would really suit him. Obviously, he was 3rd in the Tingle Creek on his first run. Yeah. It's a respectable run in the circumstances. But he's just a horse. I think it was Corky Brown. He said this horse was, going to be a star. And obviously he's seen him come through there at 7 Barrows. I just think around the 12-to-1 mark, when there is question marks whether Sprinter Sacra will even run, whether Cider Grugy get up the hill, Captain Conan's already beaten him. I think 12-to-1, if you take a little bit of that now, non-runner, no bet, I think it could be a bit of value.
Okay, and we don't know about entries yet, of course, but John's waving his pen at me like this. And which one is the outsider that you are going to have a look at?
Well, I just wanted to say that, there's a bit of fun to be had, I think, with without the favourite market. So betting without Sprinter Sacra. I know that Paddy Power are betting on it, and I had a quick look today, and they're 5-to-1 Captain Conan without Sprinter Sacra, and evens about Cider Grugy, and I think there's some fun to be had there. As a racing fan, I want to see Sprinter Sacra, but I think from a punting perspective...
So from a punting perspective, let's get a selection, John. Give us just a quick reason and a selection.
I think maybe Captain Conan, but without Sprinter Sacra.
Right. So, okay, so you're taking the 5-to-1 without Sprinter Sacra.
Yes. Yeah.
Regarding Captain Conan, he's a horse that falls in the bracket for me, tripless.
Right.
I think he's tripless.
Doesn't have an ideal trip.
And he doesn't have an ideal trip, and I just couldn't back him.
So who is the ideal trip? Who's going to be your selection?
Ground dependent is a horse called. You're all going to look at me here. It's Special Tiara.
Special Tiara. Quickly, why?
40-to-1. Good ground is absolutely paramount for this horse. Henry de Bromhead trained. Been running around in heavy ground races around Ireland, just wouldn't suit. Obviously finished 3rd in the Spur
Chase. So again, for the viewers, what was the name of it?
Special Tiara at 40-to-1.
And yourself, Adam, quickly selection?
I'd say without the big 2, Captain Conan.
Without the big 2, Captain Conan. So nobody wants to take it on. Nobody wants to wedge all of their money on Sprinter Sacra. I mean, you can understand why with the doubts that are surrounding the horse at the moment. For me, I'm sticking with the Cider Grugy on that extremely soft ground.